Happy Monday, everybody. What's up? Welcome into another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. I am your host every single morning. My name is Matt Perrault. How are you? At Sports Talk Matt to follow me across all socials. The title sponsor of this podcast, OmahaSteaks.com. Every morning, I tell you guys about the folks at OmahaSteaks.com. Have you gone there yet? Use the code JUICE. Get you $30 off the additional two. The 50% off sale going on right now with the semi-annual sale at OmahaSteaks.com. 100% money back guarantee. Go check out what they got going on right now at OmahaSteaks.com. Promo code JUICE in the search bar. So, Saturday stunk. I mentioned it last night. I said, wait a minute. So if we're going to go by the pattern is I'm good one day, I'm bad the next. Well, I was bad on Saturday, and on Sunday, we swept the full unit plays. 5-0. That's a 5-unit day. The props, that went 2-2. We hit on the Jacoby Myers plus 210 anytime touchdown, so we wound up being profitable on the prop bets. Very profitable for the full unit plays, and the NFL goes right to profit status. Very nice there. So that 5-0 takes us, 17-16. So now we're going ahead and looking at 22-16, and we're up 5 units or so in the NFL. That's what one big day can do for us, okay? That's great. Just want to say one quick thing. I don't want to get into it too much, but the ups and the downs, that's what this is. The beauty of doing this every day with you guys is I get to show you how tough it is to win consistently and how much of a roller coaster ride if you bet every day it can be. My advice, bet all the plays or bet none of the plays or use it for your own research and pick and choose. Do whatever you want, but ultimately realize that it's yours. What you're doing is yours. So if I'm bad on Saturday and I'm great on Sunday, what does that mean? It means this is hard. It means betting every day is hard. It means that I'm giving you what I am betting. And if you don't want to fade it, great, follow it. If you don't want to follow it, great, fade it. It is what it is. But this weekend should give you an idea. Friday was 1-1. Saturday was 4-1. And then Sunday was 7-2. Okay? That's betting. In a nutshell, that's what this is. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe you want guarantees. Maybe you want to go and pay some person that's going to lie to you and say, I'm going to win at 85%. Great. Go to them. This is a free podcast on audio and video. For those of you who are here and who have been here, who have fun with this, who understand what this is, thank you for your time. Thank you for being a part of this podcast. Thank you for being in the Discord channel. BettingPros.com/chat. And thank you for being a great supporter of this podcast 3 years running now for the Daily Juice, amazingly enough. Now, if I made you a little money, why not buy a hat? BettingPros.com/shop to get in to buy a hat, t-shirt, hoodie, long sleeve, all the fun stuff. We're getting into hoodie weather around the country. Help support the juice. Help tell everybody about it. Tell someone about the podcast. If you don't want to buy a hat, just tell somebody. Tweet about it at the hashtag is #DailyJuice on Twitter, X. Go check it out. If you want to track my plays or whatever, it's all right there. So every morning we're here. Monday, what to do today? Oh boy, 3 bets in 3 sports. I'm not going to go too in-depth here because I don't think the handicap needs to be done all that much. I'm not saying that I'm betting off of feel here today, but I am sort of betting off trends. Trends are your friends until they're not. So tonight, the total is 51. Monday Night Football, Cowboys and the Chargers. So what's the most likely thing to happen here? The Cowboys bounce back, right? The Cowboys looked awful last week. Are they going to look awful again? I don't know. But their defense, I think, will play better. They have to. They're facing a very good offense. But if you look at the way the Chargers want to play, if you stop the Chargers offense, the Chargers defense is not great. I lean towards the Chargers winning this game. Okay, I'll have a personal play on the Chargers plus 1.5. If you want a same game tease this, I don't mind that. Take the Chargers and go up from 1.5. go ahead or take or yeah, you can go ahead and take the let me see what the most recent number is for this. So I want to make sure I'm giving you the right teaser on this, because I don't know. Same game teasers for me when it comes to teams like the Cowboys. Not that it worries me. I'm just not in love with it at the moment. Yeah, so Chargers are 1.5. So you take them up to 7.5, okay? Can the Cowboys win the game by more than a touchdown? They can. And this Charger team it's coached by Brandon Staley. I just don't trust the guy. He worries me. Putting money on that guy to do anything, it worries me. Officially, yeah, on top of that, it's worrisome. So I don't mind Chargers plus 1.5. I don't mind a same game teaser. But the official play is just going to follow the primetime under trend. I mean, it's ridiculous. These teams don't look good. Now, this is Monday night versus Thursday night or Sunday night, but the primetime under trend, I think the Cowboys defense plays really well. I don't think the Chargers offense is going to have a lot of points. Thus, I don't think the Cowboys offense is going to have a lot of points. 51 is a high. That's a big number here. I'm not in love with either one of these teams, to be quite honest. I think they both have major flaws and big-time warts. I'm not a huge fan of Dak Prescott. Never have been. Just don't really think he's an elite quarterback. Everyone loves to tell me how great Dak is. I don't really see it, to be quite honest. 3-2 to the over for Dallas. 2-2 for the Chargers. At home, they're 1-1. Last two games, though, for the Chargers have both gone under. On the road against Minnesota and at home against Las Vegas, 24-17, 28-24. Chargers coming off the bye. They're getting Austin Eckler back. Two very big pieces here. The Cowboys went over against San Francisco because, well, they lost 42-10 in the last game. Before that, they beat the Patriots 38-3. That game went under. They've been, 3 of the last 4 games have gone over against the Chargers defense. It's not great, but after a bye, I think they should be able to hold the Cowboys down. I don't know. This feels like a 24-21 type of game to me, somewhere in that range. So maybe a 24-17 type of game. I'm going under 51 for 1.1 units officially. Chargers and the Cowboys. You can hear it in my voice. I don't like this game. I don't love this game. Not in love with it, but I'm going to bet it officially under 51. Cowboys, Chargers, riding the trend of primetime unders after what we saw last night with the Giants and the Bills, with the Bills having a chance to win that game. And yes, that was pass interference and holding on Darren Waller in the end zone, but, the refs threw it once. They weren't going to throw it twice, which is kind of strange because if it's PI the first time, throw the flag the second time. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but okay. Second play for us, we are going to go to the NHL, and we're going to take a look at the Blackhawks and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Okay, the Blackhawks, supposedly, Peter Mrazek is starting. I'm betting it with him as the projected starter. If he's not the starter, I would kick out of this, okay? Toronto is 2-0 on the year to the over, 6-5, 7-4. But Chicago, 3-1, 3-2. I like the play to the under, and you can get 7 at DraftKings if you want. 6.5 is, on the juice side of things, I'm way more comfortable because right now, okay, you know what? I don't mind the 7. No, yeah, that's right. Okay, it's minus 145. Yeah, it's too expensive to do that on an under. I can't do it. So you can come in, you can lay the under 6.5 because when you get to 6.5, the juice is all different and the over becomes comes into play here with the books. DraftKings is at 7, FanDuel is at 6.5. You can get Blackhawks at under. You can get even money on this. This is good. Even money. Blackhawks, Maple Leafs, 6.5, even money on the under. I like it because of what we've seen so far. Adam Mrazek, he's played very well. Joseph Wall is going on the other side for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I'm not going to say they're due to not score a ton of goals. I understand that. But Samsonov played both games, 2-0, hasn't looked great, to be quite honest. 4.42 goals against average. They've won both games, so obviously that's important when you're winning both games. But I think I'd be more inclined to play the over if it was going to be Samsonov. Joseph Woll is a youngster here, 6-1 with a 2.16 goals against average. He played last year in the postseason and was pretty darn good. So he's projected to get the start, okay? So, yeah, he has been announced he will be against the Blackhawks. So they've announced that it will be Joseph Woll. He will play in net tonight. So he is confirmed. I believe Mrazek is confirmed as well. The goaltenders are why I'm going to bet the under. I don't like Samsonov all that much. I like Joseph Woll. We're going under 6.5. Now, find the best price. FanDuel is plus 102. I got even money. We'll officially call it plus 102. Under 6.5. Blackhawks, Maple Leafs, under 6.5 at plus 102. A lot of people will be on the over, okay, just because they've looked at the Maple Leafs' first 2 games, and they're going to say, oh, they're going to score and they can't stop scoring. I think goaltending is going to come into play here. Youngster gets it done. The 25-year-old, I think, plays well for Toronto. Under 6.5, even money, or plus 102 for 1 unit in hockey. And then baseball, game 2 of the American League Championship Series. I'm going to stop fighting this, okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and admit that Nathan Eovaldi is healthy and good to go, all right? 2-0 win in game 1. Justin Verlander was phenomenal, okay? But they've got a big game pitcher tonight for the Texas Rangers, and they are plus 115 dogs. I like them to win the game, okay? But that Ranger bullpen still scares me, and they almost gave up a 2-run jack to tie the game. And if that ball was 25 feet to the left, it was in the Crawford boxes, and it was a 2-2 game, and everything is different in game 1. Concerned about the bullpen again for the Rangers, so I'm not jumping up and down and going like, yeah, I want to get involved with the Rangers in that bullpen. I think I'd rather just focus in on the fact that Framber Valdez has been bad over his last 3 starts, and that includes the playoffs. Framber at home against the Twins, 5 earned runs. Framber on the road at Seattle, 3 earned runs. Against the Royals, start before that, 6 earned runs. He doesn't look right. He just flat out does not look right, and he's not been performing the way you would typically expect Framber Valdez to perform. And, I mean, his home starts, lost to the Oakland A's, lost to the KC Royals, lost to the Twins. He's lost his last 3 home starts. His last win at home goes back to the 1st of August for Framber Valdez. On the other side, Nathan Eovaldi, 1, is a big game pitcher. And 2, Nathan Eovaldi just is, when he's right, he's right. 12-5 with a 3.36 ERA, but more than that, since coming back off the injury against Tampa Bay, 6 2/3, 1 earned run. Against Baltimore, 7 innings, 1 earned run. 7-1 wins in both those games for the Texas Rangers. Again, I don't want to play around with the bullpen. First 5 is plus 105. Rangers, if it's after 5, if it's tied, it's a money line push. I like that as well. Rangers, money line, first 5. Yes, I know Houston's at home. Yes, I know they'll get at bats here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And yes, that could burn the bet. Absolutely. 1 unit, plus 105. Texas Rangers, first 5 money line. Game 2 tonight of the American League Championship Series. All right, 3 bets, 3 sports to start the week. Under 51, Cowboys, Chargers, Monday Night Football. We're going under 6.5. For plus 102 for the Blackhawks and the Maple Leafs. And we are going with first 5 money line, Rangers, at plus 105 as well. So 3.1 units in play here on a Monday. A little less on the juice because a couple of even and plus money bets coming at you here on a Monday. Winning week last week. Let's put together another winning week here, and let's see how we're doing. I think that's 2 winning weeks in October, right? As we head towards the 3rd week of the month. Not bad here for October. This is a hard week. This is a hard month, okay? Just be ready, okay? The books in October tend to strike back. In September, the pros public do pretty well. In October, the books strike back. Happy to be up for 2 weeks here heading into the 3rd week of the month. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt each and every morning. The Daily Juice Podcast is being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.